some sharks are, scared of dolphins because dolphins will jump you, okay? They will jump you. They will rape you. We already know this type of stuff. You already know dolphins like to do a lot of gang activity. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Wild. Your girl Tay here, and today we are getting into another episode of Naked and Afraid, Season 11, Episode 15, In Too Deep. Okay, let's get into it. You already know, glasses on. We have Joe and Lisa, and they are in the Andros Islands in the Bahamas. Which have sharp limestone, sharks, bugs. You already know the predators and how that the whole thing is set up, okay? Joe is a retired Army pilot and dive master, and he's starting off with a PSR of 7.3. Lisa is an ER nurse and a Cajun boat captain and a breast cancer survivor, and her PSR is starting with a 6.9. Her friend Julie passed away, rest in peace Julie. Told her, encouraged her to come on the show, okay? So shout out to Lisa, and let's get into it, okay? They both brought a fire starter, so they was provided with a pot and machete, and they will have to travel 25 miles an island hop to get to their extraction site, okay? So day one, they found some washed up debris on the beach, so they start to build a raft. They want to leave the island, but as they're building their raft, some bugs start biting them up. So they had to stop building the raft and camp at this island that they're starting off at, and it doesn't have fresh water. So night one, they're starting to feel the dehydration. Day two, they finish the raft. They have to travel 5 miles to the next island, and the water depth is only 5 feet. So they're not on top of the raft, they're just pushing the raft, okay? 4 hours in, Lisa gets out the water and wraps herself up in the tarp that they found floating with the debris they found on day one, because she's getting really cold, and she's an ER nurse. She already knows how the body will work with hypothermia and stuff like that. They get to a small island, but it doesn't have fresh water. Joe, his back is hurting. They're both cold. They hug each other. They're trying to warm each other up. And, they get a fire started, and they wrap up in a tarp, and they try to get some sleep on this island. Day 3, Lisa is feeling better, so they load up the raft and head to the next island which has fresh water. They make it, and they are currently currently have 20 miles left until they get to the extraction site, okay? The limestone is messing their feet up. Joe wants to make shoes, but Lisa wants to find fresh water. Joe, lays down. He's in pain. Lisa, she goes out. She finds some fresh water. It has mosquito larvae in it, so they boil it, of course, tomato. You already know the routine, okay, with the water. Okay, they decide to stay at this island for a couple of days. Day 4, Lisa makes some shoes, and Joe cuts her hair. She had locks. She cuts the locks, and she uses them as cording for her shoes, okay? Keep the shoes on her feet, okay? Because the limestone out there on them islands is horrible, okay? The rain starts to come. They make a lean-to shelter with their raft. Day 6, they find some baby bird eggs. Lisa gets emotional about it. She doesn't really want to eat them. Day 7, Joe goes down to the beach to get some conch, and a conch shell cuts his foot. Lisa cleans it with some salt water. They eat some conch as well, and they start to, build a new raft. Day 10, they both are exhausted because the previous night, night 9, the rain had started and it was raining all night. Joe is in pain, and the raft has floated out in the ocean. You had one job, stake it, Joe, and it floated out in the ocean, but they got it back. It didn't float that far, but they got it back, okay? Night 10, Joe said he felt pain and burning from his kidneys. Day 11, Joe is still in pain. The fact that they're dehydrated, that they suffer from a little bit of dehydration isn't helping this whole situation with his kidneys. He pushes through though. They load up the raft. They have to travel 3 miles through rough currents to get to the next island, okay? They have completed 5 miles of their 25-mile trek to their extraction site. Their raft was the best raft that we've seen on this season so far. They pushing through. It was 96 degrees out there. The sun was burning on their back. The current pushes their raft into some shallow, rocky water. Joe was in pain from all the rocking, and they lost a couple of logs from their raft. Now, their raft still was floating, but some of the logs, it just lowered them a little bit lower in the water, but it was still floating. The kidney stones was causing some back pain for Joe, so he taps out. Can y'all believe it? He can't take it. Lisa understands. She's not too bothered by it. His PSR now drops to from a 7.3 to a 6.0. Okay, Lisa is now naked and afraid and alone. It's getting dark, and she's letting the current take her down. Like, he tapped out while they were on the raft in the ocean. Okay, she's close to the island, but she sees sharks in the water. She has to walk the raft to the island, and she does. She stakes the raft. She tries to sleep on the raft, but the bugs and sand, like the sandflies, were eating her up all night. She starts to doubt herself, saying she can't do it without Joe. And we were like, yes, you can, girl. We was all online. Yes, you can. You can do it, girl. Okay, day 12, she starts her trek to the other side of the island to find some water. She finds some. Day 13, she has to travel 17 more miles in 8 days, okay? She makes a sail for her raft, which is called the Gypsy Soul, by the way. She made a sail out of the tarp and some mangrove branches, okay? She sees some crabs in the water. She can't catch them. Day 15, her blood sugar has dropped due to not eating much besides the conch. On day 7, she starts getting emotional. Her spirit is broken. Now she finds some curb, which is a type of mollusk. She calls it a sea cockroach, okay? She finds a lot of them, she finds over 10 of them, and she said they were really meaty. Now, 24 curbs provide as much protein as 12 dozen eggs, okay? Day 16 is sail day. She loads the raft up. She waits until high tide so the current can carry her down. The rocking of the boat put her to sleep. She woke up, and they had showed like some sharks circling around her raft. She wakes up. She sees a shark, but then she sees a paw of the dolphin. So I don't know what happened there, okay? Yeah, some sharks are, scared of dolphins because dolphins will jump you, okay? They will jump you. They will rape you. We already know this type of stuff. You already know dolphins like to do a lot of gang activity, okay? She gets to the island, and she makes camp and rest. Day 17, she has to hit 3 more islands. She loads up again and heads out. Day 18, same thing. Heads out, loads up, all that. She's dealing with bugs in her cooter cat and all of that. Day 19, she's heading to the last island. She loads up the Gypsy Soul. The sun is beaming down on her skin. The salt water is burning her wounds, but she is pushing through, okay? She gets to the island. It starts raining, so she collects some rainwater to drink, and she finds and catches a crab. Day 20, a storm is coming, so she can't leave the island. She stakes the raft and wraps herself up in the tarp under a tree. The wind was blowing. She's cold again. She's crying. But day 21, she makes it, y'all. She made it through the night. The raft is a little beat up, but it's still floating. She starts to head out on her last leg to her extraction site, okay? 7 miles away. She had 7 miles left, okay? She has to look out for sharks and jellyfish. She must ride the waves of the currents, okay? She puts up her sail, and she's on her way. 2 hours in, she's 5 more miles away from her extraction site. She puts the sail down because it's not any more wind blowing. She's really tired, but she wants to push through. And finally, the sun is setting, and she finally makes it to her extraction site, okay? Lisa lost 20 pounds, and she's ending with a PSR of 8.3. She jumped from 6.9 to 8.3. Lisa, girl, shout out to you, sis. She freaking did that. She's, awesome. She did that. She finished on her own. And that's what's up. So it's not really much I can say. I enjoyed the episode. If you would like to watch the Naked and Afraid episodes, you can watch them on Discovery Channel on Sundays at 8 p.m. And you can watch it on the Discovery Go app. Follow me on all social media at Let's Talk Wild. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.